Hey, it's Jessica Oman here. Now, if you don't know me, I'm founder of RenegadePlanner.com. I'm an expert business plan writer. I have helped hundreds of clients raise millions of dollars in financing for their businesses since 2010 by helping them create epically amazing business plans to help them attract money and guide their launch and growth. You can learn all about me at RenegadePlanner.com. Now, if you're here today, then I hope you know I'm here to deliver a quick and dirty 10 or 20-minute video training. This is going to teach you how to create a simple 2-page business plan that guides your company's growth in 2016 and beyond. So I'm really excited to share this with you. It's a simple 3-step process that I know you're going to enjoy. Stay tuned, watch the video, and I've got a little bonus at the end for you.
As promised, I'm here to deliver a quick and dirty free training that's going to help you start putting together a plan to make your business grow like a weed in 2016. But before I get started, I just want to take a moment to emphasize the importance of planning and what it can do for your business. Now, you know you're interested in planning. You probably want to plan for 2016. That's why you're here watching this training. But you might not realize how important the planning process is to actually making sure your business succeeds. Now, did you know that not having a plan is considered the #1 reason why most small businesses fail? It's true. You've seen the statistics. 50 to 90% of businesses, small businesses, fail in the first 5 years. And the #1 reason for that failure is the lack of a plan. Whether it's a formal business plan or just an internal document to guide their progress, companies without plans tend to fail, or they tend to do a lot worse than their competitors. So planning is absolutely key. It makes a huge difference. Now, why do you think this is? I mean, if you think about it for a minute, the answer actually becomes clear pretty quickly. Just think about your day-to-day life. When you take away the routine, the schedule, the focus on what you accomplish, what you want to accomplish each day, what usually happens? Well, that's right, you get basically nothing done. And before you know it, you're on your 4th cup of coffee watching Dr. Phil, and you still haven't changed out of your flannel pajamas. Not that that's ever happened to me before, but there you go. Now, sometimes that can feel absolutely great. Okay, we all have those days. But if every day was like that, you'd start to feel a little unproductive, a little unaccomplished, and maybe even a little bit guilty. This is exactly what happens to businesses when they don't put together an annual plan to keep them moving, growing, and serving their customers better. It's absolutely true that if you don't know where you're going, you are guaranteed to get there, and that's basically nowhere. Call it a business plan, call it a pitch deck, call it a value proposition, whatever you want to call it, you need to have some concept of where you are right now in your business and where you want to be. For today's training purposes, we're going to say that where you are now is whatever state your business is in at the end of 2015, and where you want to be is celebrating your incredible business achievements exactly 1 year from today, the end of 2016. So just so there's no confusion at all, I'm saying that in order to achieve everything you are dreaming about for 2016, you need a plan. So in this quick training, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to start creating that plan. And then at the end of the video, I'll explain how you can fine-tune it, execute it, improve it, and make sure you follow through with it too, because you need to do something with that plan once it's created. Simply putting it together is not enough. So there's a simple 2-step process to making your business grow like a weed next year. Okay, really simple. Let's just look quickly what these 2 things are. They are, drum roll please, 1, create a plan. 2, share it with others. We'll get to the sharing it with others part towards the end of the video, but isn't it nice knowing that there's really only 2 things you have to commit to in order to help your business grow? So let's focus now on number 1. And look at what that plan needs to contain. Now, a traditional business plan is not necessarily what you need. It's a gigantic 50-page tome, statistics and competitive analysis and risk factors and numbers that most entrepreneurs will never really look at, follow, or do anything with because they are simply too complicated. All those graphs, all those charts start to look like the messy collage you see on the slide in front of you. A lot of those business plans just get stuffed into desk drawers and they're never looked at again. So do you have to create this type of company or this type of plan for your company? Well, the answer to that, simple. Nope. Well, okay, there's one exception. If you're going for financing next year, you will need a traditional business plan, in which case part of the 2-page plan you're creating today can simply be to write a more thorough plan, right? You can make that one of your goals. So you don't necessarily need a formal business plan, especially if you're not looking for external financing. But there are pieces of a formal plan that are really important for your business, and they need to be part of the plan you create for 2016. So here's what they are, okay? There's 3 elements. There's 3 critical elements to the simplest of business plans. So when you develop yours, here's what it should resemble. You want to have 1, a big goal, theme, or mission that guides your work every day. 2, an acknowledgement of the obstacles and limiting beliefs that you need to get out of the way in order to succeed. And 3, an overview of your financial goals with a rationale for why you chose them. That rationale is absolutely key. So let's just get into these a little bit more. Grab a pen and a piece of paper and make sure you're taking notes here. The first thing you want to look at is your big goal, theme, or mission for the year. So to decide what this should be, answer these 3 questions. First, what's the most important thing you wish to accomplish? It could be a revenue objective. It could be to get to 5 clients a month. It could be to land your first 5-figure contract. Whatever it is, write it down. It's the big guiding principle behind everything that you're going to do in 2016. So what's most important to you? And you could have 2 or 3 of goals like this, okay? That's totally fine. You don't have to have just one. The second question is, what theme will guide your actions? Okay, so this is the overarching concept that's going to guide everything you do in your business. And you can just use one word to describe this. Now for 2015, my word was wellness. So everything I did in my life and business contributed to wellness, wellness of my clients, wellness of myself, just making everything well and healthy. For 2016, I've changed it up a little bit, and I want abundance of money, of love, of clients, and of joy. So everything that I'm going to do in my business next year is about promoting abundance, not just for myself, but for the people around me and the people who I touch. Third, what mission will your business support? So what is the whole point of what you're doing and why you're in business? So my mission is to help 10,000 entrepreneurs start new businesses by 2020. Every decision I make is intended to bring my company closer to that realization, both in 2016 and in the years beyond that. So think about your big goals, your big theme, and your mission. This is really the hub of your plan. It's what keeps you focused and moving forward. So after this training, take a few moments, brainstorm your thoughts on your company's big goal, theme, and mission, and make sure you've written them down in a place where you will not lose them or forget them. Second, and this might seem a little strange at first, but I think it'll make sense after I explain it, is that you want to acknowledge your limiting beliefs. So why is it so important that your plan acknowledge this? It's because it helps you recognize that there are pressures that you can control. By acknowledging them, you can take action to eliminate them and keep your business moving forward, okay? I hope that makes sense. So you want to write down your limiting beliefs in your mini business plan and add at least one action you'll take in 2016 to say goodbye to those limitations. Now remember, limiting beliefs are in your head. They are not external pressures. But what we do anyway, and this is totally normal, is we blame external pressures for keeping us from doing what we set out to do. This absolves us of guilt and lets us persuade ourselves that we are not accountable for our actions or lack of actions. So for example, if you really want to start a business but you have a demanding job, you will carve out the time despite the demanding job. Get up 30 minutes earlier. Schedule 2 hours every Saturday. Decide. Just think about what you can do without overwhelming yourself, but commit to it. Take one action. It's not your job preventing you from starting your business. It's that you haven't figured out how to work around your job. And I'm not trying to minimize the external pressures that may be presenting challenges for you. I don't want to do that at all because they are real. Instead, I'm trying to empower you to recognize what's holding you back and find a solution that lets you move your business forward. So write down your limiting beliefs and the actions you will take in 2016 to minimize or eliminate them. Okay, part 3. This is all about the dollar bills. How much prosperity will you enjoy if you achieve your big goal or mission? Now, don't set revenue targets willy-nilly. Consider the time you're putting in, your expected return on that time, and the abundance you can create with the fulfillment of your mission. Now, I want you to set 3 revenue goals. Worst case, that's a conservative approach. Expected, that's what you think you'll probably do if you just follow through with your plan. And a stretch goal, this is something if you just blow it out of the water and gain lots of momentum and traction. Set 3 targets and keep track of your progress throughout the year, revising as needed if life or business gets in the way. Here's an example. So say one of your goals was to acquire 5 new clients per month. So what's a client worth to you? Let's say it's $2,000. That means your expected revenue would be $10,000 a month or $120,000 for the year. But could you make do with just 3 clients a month? That's $72,000 for a year. Would that be enough to feed your family, to pay your bills, to do what you need to do? If so, that can be your conservative goal. That's the minimum amount of money to keep you going. Now, what if you surpassed your goal and got 7 clients a month? That's $168,000 a year. Awesome. That can be your stretch goal. But we want to watch out that you don't burn yourself out. You have to have the capacity for the amount of work required to reach your stretch goal. So, for example, in my company, my limit is 10 one-on-one clients a month. That's all I can take on. 11 is too much. Then the quality of my work starts to deteriorate and I can't serve my clients as well. So 10 is my max. Okay, 10 is where I'm at. I can't set a stretch goal of 11 or 12 clients a month the way my business is currently structured because I just know that I can't deliver. So that stretch goal doesn't make sense to me. Instead, my conservative goal might be 4. My expected goal would be 7, and my stretch goal would be 10. Now, if I get beyond 10, I've got to restructure my company so I can scale it up. That's not what I want to do next year, okay? So that's how I'm setting these goals. So sit down, consider the range of income that would be acceptable to you, and commit to it in writing. So just to go over this one more time, at an absolute minimum, your 2-page business plan should include your big goal, theme, or mission, acknowledgement of your limiting beliefs, and your revenue targets with a rationale. If you only do these 3 things, I believe that you will take your business to significantly higher places than if you fail to acknowledge your goals, your limiting beliefs, and your realistic revenue targets. But there's even more that you can add. You can create your ideal customer avatar, you can develop a marketing plan, you can create a budget. And these are all steps that I'll guide you through in the 2016 Business Planning Challenge, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Now, but even if your plan is thorough, well thought out, and absolutely crystal clear to you, there's still not much pushing you to execute it. Those 2 pieces of paper aren't motivation enough. Just because you have a great plan does not mean that you'll implement it. There's one important element, one factor that when it's absent keeps most people from achieving what they set out to do. And that factor is accountability. This is the share it with others part. Remember, number 1 was create a plan. Number 2 is share it with others. This is the share it with others part. Now, contrary to what people like Derek Sivers might say about keeping your goals to yourself, I believe that sharing them with others increases your chances of achieving them. Now, there are people who say otherwise, but I'm going to explain a whole bunch of reasons why I think they're wrong. But one thing that you need to consider is that you need to share your plans with the right people, okay? People who will be honest with you, who will understand what you're telling them, and people who are on a similar path. Okay, your best friend might not be the right person to share your business plan with. Your mom might not be the best person to share your business plan with. Your dog, definitely not the right creature. They can't offer any input at all. So, why does sharing your plans make it so much more likely that you'll implement them? First of all, it forces you to commit. Think of it like having a workout buddy. You're way more likely to go to the gym if you know that your buddy is waiting for you and expects you to be there, okay? They committed to you and they want you to commit to them. Next, it can also create friendly competition. So who reached their goals first, who pushed harder, who gained an extra edge. This competition helps both parties accomplish more and faster, as long as it's healthy and friendly. And third, it encourages you to help each other. So accountability props us up when we're feeling down. Entrepreneurship is such a roller coaster. If you've been in business for any amount of time, you know this. And having access to other people on the same path can be incredibly motivating. So the question is, what's the best way to stay accountable? Well, You can assume that you have enough intrinsic motivation to keep yourself on track without any help at all, but I'm guessing this hasn't worked for you in the past, and that's probably why you're watching this training. Or you can share your plans with other people who are on a similar track. Remember, the right kinds of people. These are peers, these are experts, other people who are just starting businesses, and people who have started them in the past. And if you're wondering where to find those people, well, of course, there's no better place than the 2016 Business Planning Challenge that I'm offering to you. Cheesy fireworks included for free. The 2016 Business Planning Challenge is my second annual challenge. I ran it last year as well. It starts on January 6th, but I'm asking you to secure your spot today. Just think of it like a New Year's resolution that you can make right now, guilt-free. And then you can go off and enjoy your holidays and do the things that you like to do in December, knowing that you are prepared to move forward starting on January 6th. And I'm offering it to you at less than half the cost of the regular program, but only for a very, very limited time. Now, you can read all about the features and benefits of the challenge below this video, but let me just quickly go over what the challenge includes and what you are going to get out of it. So here are just a few of the program benefits. Now, starting with the 3 principles that I already discussed, and then adding onto that with more depth and a more specific action plan, I'm going to show you a simple way to plan out your entire year. Over 10 days, I'll walk you step by step through the creation of an epically awesome 2016 business plan while providing unlimited support via email and an online course platform where you'll get to interact with both me and the other people in the program. There's one challenge every day that gets delivered by email and also hosted online for you to access anytime you want. So you'll get action plans and a 2016 business calendar, tips on how to do all of that, templates, tools, resources, all of that stuff. There will be live coaching and masterminding. So you'll have access to an exclusive group of peers and experts, other people who are in the program with you. They really get what you're trying to do with your business and they want you to help you succeed because they're on the same track. Then at least once, maybe twice, we'll see how it goes, I'm going to go live to answer your questions about business development, planning, finances, marketing, whatever you want for as long as you need, and I will record the calls so that you can access them later. And now here's the big thing. This is really important, and I think it'll add crazy value for you. I'm going to offer you a personal review of your plan. So when the challenge is over, within a week of completing the program, you can send me your plan. I will personally read it over and make suggestions for you to fine-tune it so you have an even greater chance of following through with it in 2016. So all of this and more, and you can read about the rest of the features just below the video. It's worth over $450 at my 2015 prices, which are going to go up next year. And the regular price of the program is already a crazy deal at $147, but I'm offering it to you, friendly email list people, for just $67 until December 20th only. That's just 4 days from now, okay? So it's not very much time to decide to commit. I know that this is amazing value, and I'm really excited to help you succeed. Now, here's a bonus, okay? I'm just going to throw this out there. If enough people get through the challenge, they want to stay together and help each other execute their plans all year long, I will turn the group into a mastermind, which I will personally facilitate, and I'll offer group coaching to make sure that you achieve your 2016 mission. Once you're all in the challenge, I'll work with you to define exactly what you need from an ongoing mastermind group and design it exactly for your needs. So that'll be something that we'll add on later, and we'll discuss it once you're in the program. And of course, you're only going to hear about it if you join the program. So you definitely want to get in and see how that goes if you want accountability and support to implement your plans all year long in 2016. So what do you want to do now? All you have to do is click the button below this video and sign up for the challenge. From January 6th to 15th and beyond, I want to work with you to create a year-long business plan that empowers you to achieve things you aren't even sure you're capable of and prove to you that you are capable of them and even more. So if you know that you could use some structure, guidance, and support to kick business ass in 2016, click the button below this video to join. The $67 US price tag is a no-brainer when you think about the abundance that's possible for you next year if you complete the challenge with me and with your peers. So don't forget to take some time now to create your quick, easy 2-page business plan that includes your big goal or mission, your limiting beliefs, and your revenue targets. And then to take that plan to a ridiculously prosperous place, just click the button below the video, join the challenge today. I am so excited to work with you in January. Bye for now.